in acceleration time graph, see this one. Acceleration you can take it as y-axis. On the displacement you can take it as, on the time taken you can take it as x-axis. Here minus acceleration is maximum in downward direction, so that's why and also it is a sine function. Sine function starts from origin, so from here to here it should be like this. The graph is like this. See, 0, A, this is point A, this is B, C, D, E, F, like this. Similarly, the time period should be like this one, previous case, that is T by 4, here T by 2, here T by 4, at point D total time is T, and also here the total time period is T plus T, that is 2T. Total time period is 2T. So the acceleration time graph, we will observe that the displacement time and velocity time graphs of a particle in simple harmonic motion. See here, displacement time graph. In a displacement time graph, we can take time taken along the x-axis and the displacement is taken along the y-axis. So generally we know that the displacement of a particle in a simple harmonic motion is given by x equal to a sin omega t. X equal to a sin omega t. Here we have a doubt. What is that? In which case we have to apply x equal to a sin omega t, and which case we have to apply x equal to a cos omega t. If the particle starts from mean position, we have to apply x equal to a sin omega t. If otherwise, if the particle starts from extreme position, we have to apply x equal to a cos omega t. Keep this point in your mind. So here now the particle moves like this. So this is the displacement of a particle in simple harmonic motion. So this is the origin O, and also at this point the particle has a time period is t by 4, and this point is A, its time period is t by 2, and at point this is A, take it as B, this is C, and this is D, and also at a point C it has a time period is t by 2 plus t by 4, that is 3t by 4, and also finally t by 4 3t by 4 plus t by 4, and it has a time period is capital T. So the total time period of the particle is T. That means here it takes one crust and one trough. Okay now? Next, we will observe that velocity time graph. Now in velocity time graph, in velocity time graph, velocity v equal to dx by dt. Velocity v equal to dx by dt. Rate of change of displacement is nothing but velocity. So that is d by dt of a into sin omega t. A is constant, so a into d by dt of sin omega t. We know that d by dx of sin x is nothing but n cos nx. So that is capital A into omega into cos omega t. So this is the velocity of the particle in SHM. V equal to a omega into cos omega t. So here now we can take the graph for velocity time graph. Now velocity is taken along the y-axis and time taken is taken along the x-axis. Time taken is taken along the x-axis. Cos function, cos 0, 1. So that's why here it starts from here. See, and it has a point here. It has a time period is t by 4, and this part is t by 4, and also this part also t by 4, that is t by 2. This is t by 2 plus t by 4, that is 3t by 4, and also it has a time period is t, and also the finally it has a time period is 2t, because if we add remaining these two also, If we add these two also, it has a time period is 2t. So this is the velocity time graph of the particle in SHM. Now we will observe that we can take the graph for velocity and displacement. Okay na? Velocity and displacement. Now here we can take velocity displacement graph. See this one. We know that velocity v equal to omega into root over a square minus x square. Velocity v equal to omega into root over a square minus x square. Now squaring on both sides, we will get v square equal to omega square into a square minus x square. So now we will get omega square into minus x square minus omega square into x square. Now we can bring into LHS. We will get v square plus omega square into x square equal to omega square into a square. Now in both sides we can divide with omega square into a square. So that's why v square by omega square into a square plus omega square into x square by omega square into a square is equal to omega square into a square by omega square into a square. So omega square into a square, omega square into a square cancel. So remaining is v square by omega square into a square plus omega square cancel, then x square by a square is equal to 1. So here v square by omega square into a square plus x square by a square is equal to 1, which is in the form of, now we can write again x square by a square plus v square by omega square into a square is equal to 1. Now the above equation in the form of x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. Here the equation represents that equation of a ellipse. Equation of a ellipse. So the velocity displacement graph is a ellipse. It's a ellipse. Now we will observe that it's a shape. Now we can take it as x. Displacement is along the x-axis and velocity along the y-axis. Now the graph is a elliptical path. Now the graph is a elliptical path. See this one. And also here the particle has a maximum amplitude, that is plus a, and also this has a minimum amplitude, that is minus k. That means here in between positive x and y axis it has a maximum amplitude, that is positive amplitude. In between positive x and negative y axis it has a negative amplitude. So that's why the velocity displacement graph is a elliptical path. Acceleration time graph. Acceleration time graph. Acceleration time graph. Total energy. We will go for ratio of kinetic energy to potential total energy. So kinetic energy equal to half into m into omega square into a square minus x square divided by total energy is half into m into omega square into a square. So half m omega square cancel, then we will get a square minus x square by a square. So this is the ratio of kinetic energy to total energy. The ratio of kinetic energy to total energy. Now we will go for energy displacement